What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the video. So for today's video, I'm going to be making another beat. Super excited to make this beat, super excited to be here on my lunch break. 1 hour. I enjoy this hour that I have to make beats, to make something that I love, to do something that I love during this time. It's like my little escape from the office. It's my escape from the complaints in the workplace, and it's just like my own safe space to create during the day. And I'm super excited to document everything, document this whole journey, and it's really fun for me to do this. So I'm just blessed and grateful to be given the opportunity to do this. Although it does get hard sometimes, I feel a little discouraged of going into work because I'd rather be doing music instead, but I'm still making it work. I use this time and I just try to change that perspective of when I go into work, it gives me an opportunity to create content during work. So it just allows me to tell my story and just document my journey. So at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword where I'm grateful, but at the same time, I'd rather not be doing it. But anyway, today I'm going to be making a beat, and I actually got a speaker to use, and I'll show you in a little bit. I actually have this speaker here. It's a JBL Flip 5. I actually was trying to find the aux on this thing, but unfortunately I can't find it. So I'm still gonna be using my laptop speakers. I wish I hadn't spent my money on this. It's a super nice speaker, very sleek. I'm not gonna do a review on it. This is not in any way sponsored or promoted by this company. I just bought it because I heard really great things about it. But unfortunately, I think I might be tripping out because I can't find the aux to plug it in, and it looks like it's just strictly a Bluetooth speaker. And my laptop does have Bluetooth capability, but I'd rather connect it via aux cord. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be using the speaker, and I might just return it and maybe find a cheaper speaker, because this was a very expensive speaker for its size. I might find something a little cheaper that's more doable, so then that way you can hear the more low end, because I know my laptop speakers don't have it. But I've also been thinking, do I really need another speaker? Because it kind of kills the whole point of the series. Because when I first started out the series, my whole mission was you don't need much to make music. To create, all you need is your time, effort, a laptop, and a DAW. Whether that be Ableton, FL Studio, Logic, whatever it is, that's all you really need to make this work. So I'm kind of reconsidering of getting a speaker for this series, just for that sole purpose. I want to stay true to my mission and my vision of what I want this series to be. So buying a speaker is not really ideal, but I might consider down the line, maybe I want to upgrade my car studio. But at the time right now, I don't think it's really ideal, so I might just go ahead and return it. So that's enough of me spieling about the speaker that I bought that I didn't really need. And I'm just going to jump straight into making a beat. So let's get into another episode of Lunch Break Beats. So this is the first video that I actually have the screen recording set up so you can see what I'm doing. I'll just have a little picture in the corner, or like a video in the corner, so you can see me and you can also see what I'm actually doing on my screen. So today I did spend a little time setting up. So to make things a little faster, I'm going to be using a loop. I'm going to be using a sample loop, and like my last video, I don't really use loops or samples, so I'm gonna be playing around with it, challenging myself, pushing my boundaries to try something different. And what I'm gonna be using today is the Cymatics loop. They have tons and tons and tons of loops and samples to use, so I'm gonna be pulling from one of those, and I'll be showing you guys what I can make out of that loop, whether it be adding effects, pitching up or down, or chopping it up. I'll see what I want to do or what I'm feeling. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump straight into doing so. So I just pulled a Cymatics loop into Ableton, and let me show you what it sounds like. So that's what it sounds like. Nice sounding sample. I like how it sounds and I like the rhythm of it so far. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm pretty much gonna play around with it, add some effects, maybe pitch it up or down. So I'll have the whole thing screen recorded, so pretty much you'll see everything that I do. I might fast forward it because I know I take a little long time to kind of chop it up or add some effects to kind of play around and experiment with what I do. But of course I'm gonna try to limit the effects I add because I know I'm on a time crunch. So I don't want to add too much effects or put too much thought into it, because once I overthink what I'm going to make, it kind of gets complicated. And then if I overcomplicate it, it wouldn't sound like the best beat in the world, and it just sounds muddy and it just sounds weird. So I'm just gonna jump straight into adding the effects and kind of playing around with the sample. So while I was filming this, there was a technical error. Sadly, something happened. I ran out of room on my laptop. I don't know if anyone else's MacBook does this, but it says that I have 6 gigabytes of free space, and then once I start using it more and more, it says that I now have 1 gigabyte of free space. Once I restart my computer, it says that I have 7 gigabytes of free storage. So I don't know if that happens to anybody, but unfortunately this happened, and unfortunately I'm going to go back to my original thing where I just kind of have my camera sitting on my lap facing my laptop screen and playing it from my laptop speakers. So today's lunch break beats is a documentation of me failing to, one, play my music on a speaker because there's no aux cord or there's no aux plug-in on the speaker, and 2, another failure because I don't have enough space to screen record, which is great. So now I'm going to just play it off, improvise, and go back to my old way, which is kind of good because I'm already used to it. But you know, just gotta keep that great attitude and keep pushing and keep trucking. So I'll play to you what I've already have, and then I'll continue on to finish the rest of the video, adding what I need to add, and then at the end, as usual, I'll play the entire beat. So now I'm going to show you what I have currently, and then I'll also record the process of me doing the rest. So let's get into it. Technical error today, but that still won't stop me or you from finishing this beat together, finding out what it sounds like, the end result. And so I'm just pretty much excited this happening to me, because if I didn't experience it, I probably would have never known what to do. But I'm using this as a valuable lesson to learn from my mistakes, and that's all it is. Just a little obstacle, a little bump on the road, but that's not gonna stop us. So let's get into it. Look at this message. Pops up like 50 times a day when I'm not even doing anything on my laptop. 50 times a day, I swear. They always want to act empty, but you're full. You're full of it. You're full of free storage space, so don't play with me. Anyway, this is what I have so far. So that's what I have, and I'm just going to now finish the rest of adding the drums that I was planning to add earlier. So that is what I have, and to be honest, I think that might be the end of today's video. Unfortunately, I can't add a melody. I know I tried earlier during the screen recording, but I kind of failed. But I did want to revisit it and add a melody, but unfortunately, I couldn't today. I know this probably won't be my best performing video because I wasted a lot of time trying to figure out the flaws and the quirks and the kinks and all that, trying to make the speaker thing work and trying to make the screen recording work, but they both failed on me today. I was hoping at least I can make one of them work, but it seems like I'm just going to have to go back to my old way, just a laptop speaker, which I'm fine with that. But I wish I could grab a screen recording to show you my whole process instead of having the camera on my lap, because I know sometimes the camera is a little tilted, so you see my laptop is kind of like lopsided when I think it's straight, because it's kind of weird having it on my lap and then I'm looking down at a weird angle. So from my perspective looking down, it looks like it's straight, but after reviewing and editing the footage, it does seem like, oh, it's really lopsided. And I'm sorry that I did not know about this. It's not planned, and I try my best to make these videos happen in the best way that I can, because I know it's in a car and it's just me and my laptop. So I do the best I can to make everything straight. At least I have like a little tripod stand where this is straight. At least I hope it is. It looks straight to me. But anyways, I'll show you what the beat sounds like right now. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you for tuning in on today's episode of Lunch Break Beats. So y'all saw me struggle with the speaker. Well, not really, y'all, but before I started filming, I was looking everywhere for that little aux input or output, and I was just trying to find it, and I was thinking I was tripping out of my mind because I know most speakers have it, but this one, for some weird reason, I couldn't find it. And come to find out, there is no secret button I have to click, or a secret slider, or secret anything. I guess it's just not on there. So, and another thing that failed me was the screen recording, which I was hoping that it would work, because that's the one thing that I really wanted to work out of the two of these things, but they both failed. But that doesn't mean that I stopped making this beat. I tried to push my way through. I did push my way through, and I succeeded in at least making a decent beat. It wasn't the best. I know there could have been way more done to the beat, especially adding some effects, adding some delay, reverb, whatever, but I am actually out of time. This is probably the first time where I used up the whole hour, because most of the time I do have time left over to repurpose this content to make a TikTok. And unfortunately, I am actually out of time today, and I'm trying to rush this outro so I can get back to work without getting in trouble. So thank you for watching again. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more videos. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I drop a bonus podcast episode every single week, both audio and video, for you to enjoy. If you want to see my guests of who I'm talking to and see their face and see my face again, then you're more than welcome to watch the video. And if you just want to hear my voice and hear my guest voice, or sometimes just me, the audio version is there just for you. So make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you thought about my failures and my overcoming of those failures, and let me know what you thought about today's beat. The Cymatics has amazing samples, and thank goodness, because of them I was able to make this video on just the right amount of time that I need to, even with the failures that I did not anticipate. But because I knew that there might be some errors I'm trying to figure out, I actually did make a conscious decision to use a sample, so I'm not spending too much time making my own melodies and whatnot. But I did not anticipate for both the screen recording and the speakers to just fail on me. But anyway, that wraps up today's video, and just a quick reminder, today is your day, only if you make it. Have a good one.